I thought Pfizer had a great quarter, better than anticipated, which I think removed a short-term overhang on the stock. I think there was some concern given their concentration of sales in Prevnar and in Ibrance, which is an oncology drug, and these are all physician-administered or hospital-administered products, that they would be impacted and there could be some downside to earnings. So I thought overall, great quarter, better than expected, better than some of their peers did. And also, I think headlines from their COVID vaccine moving into trials yesterday was really important as well. And they also, one other thing that's important for Pfizer is they have an upcoming R&D day, September 14th and 15th. And I think investors hope to see a lot of highlights from their pipeline that have not been disclosed by the company yet.
It's interesting. I mean, looking at this year-to-date performance, certainly lagging some of these other companies that are working on vaccines as well. Why do you think that is, if you can give us a better idea of where Pfizer stands in the whole vaccine race?
Yeah, sure. So I think one of the reasons Pfizer has lagged its competitors is because the company basically will divest their Upjohn unit by the fourth quarter of this year. And the company put out guidance for 6% top-line sales CAGR through 2025. And I think there was a lot of investor skepticism that they could actually do this, especially given some negative news that hit the company, such as a failure of their trial for Pallis for adjuvant breast cancer. So in light of that, I think that's one of the reasons it lagged. The stock hit a low around March and then has steadily been moving forward. And I think there's a lot of momentum heading into the second half of the year. So you mentioned something very important for the company, which is their COVID vaccine. They are one of the two leading mRNA vaccines for COVID in the industry. And I think Pfizer has shown better data and more data than some of its competitors. It's still early to see who will actually win this race. And I think there's going to need to be more than one vaccine in order to treat the entire population here. But they obviously have a stronghold here. And they've also signed something with the US government for $1.95 billion just a few days ago. So I think that was very important for the company as well.
Sure. Louise, good morning. Can we joining in this conversation? How much credit do you think Pfizer would get under this vaccine program? Because if you just look and compare Pfizer's 3-month performance with that of BioNTech, the collaborator that they're working with for this vaccine, the performance gap there is fairly significant. So BioNTech has gained about 86% in the last 3 months. Pfizer has just been flattish. So how much upside would this vaccine program and would finding the vaccine, coming out with one, mean for Pfizer stock?
So this is a very interesting debate that's on the street here. So the question really is, are these vaccines one and done? Or are you going to have to come back every year or every 2 years to get a boost from these vaccines? If these are vaccines that have to continually be given over time and the durability is only short, then I think there's a lot of potential upside for Pfizer here. And what's really interesting for Pfizer is hitting on that point of that 6% CAGR through 2025. They gave that before COVID happened. And the company confirmed on the call today that if they're able to have a durable vaccine for COVID that people will have to take over and over again, there could be meaningful upside to that 6% CAGR. So I do think it's very interesting. Now, a company like BioNTech, obviously it's a lot smaller. It's a lot more leveraged towards their vaccine. Pfizer has a lot of different products. It's a bigger company. Sure. And so therefore, you'd see less of an upside.